explorers, and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about TopGrade. Probably the easiest way to upgrade a system in Linux, Mac or Windows. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's switch over to my screen here and look at it in action. So if I type TopGrade here and run it, it's starting to upgrade not my system, but a separate system, an external system. So it's actually contacting another system and upgrading it. And now it's upgrading the local system. So I need to give it access to that system as well. It's checking for updates and going through. And you see here that the remote system here, if I can mark it, is an IP and that is upgraded. And the current system update, configuration update, snaps, firmware upgrades and cargo, everything is updated, that is available. And it updates a bunch of different systems. So if we look into my config, TopGrade, and here is a TOML file, it actually has where the configuration is, if it should do pre-sudo, if it uses sudo, if it's using a system or Emacs for different steps, could use PowerShell on a Windows machine. Here we have the remote upgrades where it should SSH to, and this is just something that it puts into the SSH string, so you could just add a username, you could add the port if you want. And then we have the binary path for the remote. You can say that it is in a particular path if you don't specify that in your normal path, so you have it available. Extra argument to the SSH, tmux if you want to run that, set a title, display time, assume yes is or default, and so on. So you can change a bunch of things here. If you want it to be more in line, you don't need to look at it, or if you want to do it all over time. And then you can run a bunch of post commands if you want. So different things that you need to run extra, more than just upgrading it. It can upgrade Python packages, Composer packages, Brew on Macs, and then you have Linux here if you want to have Pacman or any other particular upgrade unit. Yeah, so there and merge, so you can run it on GentleBox, of course, and SUSE, Nix, Git if you want to update a bunch of Git repositories. On Windows, you have a bunch of configuration here, what you want to run on Windows, npm, yarn, vim, firmware upgrades, Vagrant, Flatpak, DistroBox, and containers. So there is so much things that could be upgraded with this tooling. But let's look in at installing it from scratch. So I will go into a machine here that I have used for another use case, but I want to scrap it anyway, so I can use it to do a TopGrade. So let's put in the Git repository here. So at GitHub, TopGrade rs, TopGrade Git is the open source packages. Then we go into the TopGrade repository and run cargo install. But I didn't have cargo in this case, so I need to run apt install cargo, and let's see if I can do that. If I have access to this, I'm not in the sudoers file, so let's see if I can figure out the system user password. Yes, apt install cargo. See if I can do that. So this is the steps you need to do in order to run this on your machine. So it's install Rust. It will install all the cargo packages. There we go. Now I've installed that. So in my TopGrade drive here, I do cargo install. And then it says can't install it here. You need to specify path. and I will just specify path dot. And then we have a typical build of packages for cargo that goes through here, downloads a bunch of packages and builds it. And we are back, and it took about 15 minutes to build. So now I need to update my profile in order to put this into my path. And I'm just gonna add an extra of these arguments here. So I say that my cargo bin is now in my path. I will log out and log in again. Oh, wrong password, of course. It should be QWERTY. And I'm bad at typing even QWERTY. So let's see. Type it again. There we go. So now it's in my profile, and I also updated the sudos file, so I should be able to run it just as is. So let's run TopGrade. And I have not fixed any configuration file. So if we look in config, there isn't even a config directory. So TopGrade doesn't have a configuration file at the moment, so it will figure out how to upgrade the system and what's actually available. And this is a very specific image, which is Ubuntu server as an image, but there is a bunch of custom stuff on it. So I don't even know what it will upgrade. So it's going to be interesting for me too. So let's run TopGrade here. It will do a system upgrade first. Check out if there is any packages that are needing to be upgraded for a focal server, and it found a bunch of those, so it will install a couple of new packages, of course. Those are fetched, and we prepare, and it will upgrade this file. Let's change that help text. Fine by me. I'm gonna scrap this system later anyway, so I'm just running this as a test. So now the system is updated. It will update some snaps. So snaps is available on an Ubuntu system, of course. Looking through that and seeing if there is any snaps that needs to be refreshed or updated. I don't know. Let's see. Nope. Firmware upgrades couldn't be done. In this case, cargo isn't installed as is. Pip was installed, so it will upgrade that. Node package managers, containers, composers, and so on. So we see here that it actually went through and looked at a bunch of different things on this system. And of course, I could have gone and upgraded all these individually in order to get them up to date. But this is such an easy way to upgrade a fully Unix system. And as I said, it will work for Windows and Mac as well. I don't have any Macs, but I will try to do this on a Windows virtual environment as well. So I will start one up and I will see you there. And we are back, and I've booted up my Windows environment here, open a command line prompt, and I'm gonna do a git clone of this TopGrade. Git is not available, so let's take that address and go over here and load it up, and then download the zip package. So I actually have the code, and then we also need Rust, so I will download the Rust init. So let's start that up, and it asks if I want to do a quick install, a manual install, or don't install the prerequisites. So let's do a quick install, and it will download the Visual Studio installer. It will open that up, and if you don't have those because you're not a developer, then you're in for a treat. This will take a while. So let's wait for that. I can, while we are waiting, go over here and open up the downloads folder, and then I will unpack this one, extract all, and then extract it here in my downloads folder. So I have that available like that, and then we need to find that as well. So here it says it would install a bunch of stuff. Let's go for that, and I want to go to PowerShell. Let's do a normal shell. Downloads, TopGrade. See if I can do it. Or did my Windows box crash, as it usually does? And I'm back! Multiple hours later and with a lot of crashing. I'm so happy I'm not running in Windows anymore, and I'm not sure that this is even worth it for an example, because nobody should do with this. But now we can run TopGrade. It should be a similar experience as we had in Linux. It should look up what is available on the system and install packages. So let's see, running Windows checkup. See if I can retry, yes. Check control panel for progress. Okay. Let's do no. Okay, so it tried to do a Windows update, it could not. But we could go in and do a little bit more here. We could go into our own folder, and finding your own folders is also an interesting thing. So let's go into our own app data roaming. Click wrong. Roaming, and here we should be able to find TopGrade. So if we go into this file, open it up. Let's do Notepad. And in this file, we could look for Windows. And here we have a couple of changes we could do. So we could accept all updates, self-rename, and so on. It should be able to run winget as well for updating things. Not sure if winget is available. No, it's not available in this. Let's try to run this again. See if we get different. Actually, no. So the interesting part was that I got it to run with winget in my setup. Setting enable winget true under Windows. So why didn't it put that in here in my configuration file? Very strange. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can run it with winget. Yeah, now it runs winget. Do you agree to all the agreement terms? Yes. So now it will go through and update a bunch of both first-party and third-party applications on my system under Windows. So this could be somewhat useful if you're not gonna run winget manually on your system, and it could perhaps do Windows Update on your system, but there is not that much here. And in Windows, there is not really a good app store. There is, oh yeah, you have Windows Store, of course, but I don't think it will update anything there. If you had other similar things installed, like, I'm not remembering what that is called anymore, but there is a couple of packagement systems for Windows, but they are not supported in this TopGrade. So for now, running this on Linux, where you have so many different kind of installers and so on, could be very beneficial for you. But running it in Windows as is, or maybe not on Mac either, because there you just have brew, and brew you can run manually. So I'm not really sure why you should run TopGrade. So in my mind, running this on Linux, if you have a developer system, for instance, where you have a bunch of different package managers and different things to keep track on, could be extremely beneficial and simplify your work a lot to get everything up and updated and so on. You could, if you have a bunch of different servers locally, add them to a long list and upgrade them all in a fell swoop. That could also be a big time saver for you. But running this in Windows so far has been a long time sink for me. Multiple hours of the install, a bunch of crashes and so on. I haven't run Windows for a year now, and I'm so happy that I gave it up. If you like this video, Give it a like, share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down in the comment section down below. If you have tried it out yourself, leave a comment about that. If you have any particular use case that you are thinking about, I'm very interested in hearing about that as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. And I really hope to see you in the next video.